Hello everyone, I am Anupriya, Assistant Professor in the Department of AML at Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, big data. First, let us see what is data. Data simply means information that a computer works with. It can be numbers, letters, pictures, sounds, or symbols. And then this is information is stored in devices like magnetic disk, optical disk, or other storage media so that the computer can use it whenever needed. Okay. Then what is big data? Big data is also data, but with a very huge size. These days we are collecting so much data every second from mobile phones, social media, sensors, and many other sources, right? Because of this huge volume, the data keeps growing very fast, and normal tools are not able to store it or process it easily. In short, when data becomes too large and complex, we call it big data. And then big data is very useful because it helps to us to analyze and find patterns, trends, and connections. For example, companies uses big data to study customer behavior, and scientists use it to study climate changes. And especially when we want to understand human behavior and interactions, big data plays an important role, right? And also, social media platforms like Facebook see more than 500 terabytes of data being uploaded daily. That includes everything your photos, videos, comments, and messages. And it does not stop there. A single jet engine generates over 10 terabytes of data in just 30 minutes. Multiply that by thousands of flights a day, and we are talking about petabytes of data. Next, now that we know big data is huge, let's look at the types of digital data. We have three major types, and first one is structured data, and second one is unstructured data, third one is semi-structured data. Let's understand what each one means. Structured organized data. Structured data is the easiest to work with because it's neatly organized, like data in rows and columns. For example, your employee details stored in a database table. It is a structured organized data. Okay. This is the examples of structured data. An employee table in a database is an example of structured data. And also tools and software are already well developed to handle this type. However, when the size grows into terabytes, that means that's one followed by 21 zeros. Even structured data becomes difficult to manage. That's why even structured data needs big data techniques today. Next, unstructured data. On the other hand, unstructured data is messy. It does not follow a predefined format. Think of emails, videos, or search results. This kind of data is difficult to process because it's all over the place. It's also massive in volume. For example, your Google search result is a good example of unstructured data because it's text, images, links, and more all mixed together. Okay, so that is called the unstructured data. Next, semi-structured data. Semi-structured data is a mix of both structured and unstructured data. It looks organized, but it does not follow a strict table format like rows and columns in a database. Okay. For example, XML files store data in tags. That means if you look at the example on the slide, each record has a name, gender, and age. It is organized but not stored like a table in a database. Okay. So semi-structured data means data that is partially organized and partially free-form. So that is called as semi-structured data. Next, big data analytics definitions. Big data analytics means collecting, organizing, and analyzing these large data sets so that we can discover useful patterns. In other words, it's not just about having the data, it's about using it to make better decisions in business, healthcare, and educations, and so on, etc. Okay. Now we will see the definition of big data analytics given by Gartner. According to Gartner, big data means information that has three main features. It comes in large volume, it moves with high speed, and it has a wide variety of types. Because of these three factors, we need new and cost effective methods to handle and process such data. Okay. The goal of processing big data is to get better insights and make better decisions. Okay, let me explain these three terms one by one. First one is high volume. This simply means a huge amount of data. For example, social media platforms like YouTube or Instagram generate massive amounts of data every day with videos, photos, and comments. And second one, high velocity. Data is also generated at a very high speed. Think of stock market data, online transactions, or sensor data from smart devices. This come continuously and need quick processing. Right. Next, high variety. Data comes in many forms: text, audio, video, images, emails, sensor readings, and more. It's not just one type, so it's more complex to manage. Then traditional databases cannot handle this kind of data effectively. So we use modern technologies like Hadoop, Spark, and machine learning to process big data. Finally, the purpose of big data analytics is to convert this raw data into useful insights. Okay. With these insights, companies can understand trends, know customer behavior, make predictions, and take smart decisions. So Gartner's definitions mainly focuses on this three V's. First one volume, and second one velocity, and third one variety. And shows how innovative processing leads to better decisions. Next, let us talk about some of the top applications of big data. Big data is used in many fields of today. In healthcare sector, it helps doctors predict disease and choose better treatments. In finance, banks use it to detect fraud and manage risk. And retail companies use it to understand customer choices and plan offers. And then in media and entertainment, like Netflix or YouTube, it is used to recommend movies, songs, and videos, etc. Okay. Next, travel companies. Travel companies uses big data for route planning and ticket pricing. And then in education, it helps track student progress and create uh, personalized learning. Okay. Next, telecom companies. Telecom companies use it to improve networks and customer service. And in e-commerce it is used to study customer behavior and improve shopping experiences. Okay. Okay. I hope this session give you a clear understanding of how big data is used, its benefits, and some of its key applications in different fields. Thank you all for watching and learning with me. In our upcoming sessions, we will move on to the next topic with more detailed examples. Thank you so much.